Have you ever tried learning a new language and just sort of given up? Well, that is a sad story of the Manchu language in the Qing Dynasty. Let me explain. Part 1. When Manchu was still cool. In the early Qing Dynasty, during Emperor Kangxi's time, the Manchu language was still a big deal. Officials who were ethnically Han Chinese actually had to write reports in Manchu. Imagine being forced to write your emails in Icelandic or German with zero preparation, and without Google Translate to help. One famous official from Hangzhou tried so hard to impress the emperor, but his grammar was so chaotic that Kangxi corrected his reports like a frustrated language teacher. But hey, at least the people were still trying. Part 2, and then came Emperor Qianlong, the language police. Fast forward to the 1700s, Qianlong becomes emperor, a man who was obsessed with Manchu culture. How obsessed? Qianlong believed Manchu traditions were the soul of the empire. So he ordered all officials, especially Manchu nobles, to report to him in Manchu. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, there was only one little problem. Most Manchu people no longer spoke Manchu. And this was the 1700s. They couldn't just download Duolingo and take a crash course. So the officials certainly had their work cut out for them. Part 3. The Great Manchu Speaking Exam Disaster. When Qianlong first tested his officials, they came prepared, with memorized introductions. That was it. So Qianlong asked them simple follow-up questions. In Manchu instantly, the room turned into a horror movie. Everyone froze. No one understood. No one could answer. It was like watching a group of students who memorized, "My name is Tang, but absolutely cannot survive question 2. And how old are you?" Qianlong was furious. He shouted that any official who couldn't speak Manchu would be punished. But the crisis was only beginning. Part 4. Even the royal family forgot their own language. Qianlong thought, fine, maybe the officials are bad. At least my royal relatives must still speak Manchu. Spoiler, no, they didn't. He originally planned a surprise language test for the princes and nobles, but then stopped himself. Because what if they failed too? What if nobody passed? Even the emperor lost confidence, so he quietly downgraded the test to a gentle message. Please try to learn Manchu. Just try. Part 5. Qianlong versus reality. One day, Qianlong went out to the imperial hunting grounds. On the way, he overheard his guards chatting. They were speaking Chinese, not Manchu. Qianlong went ballistic. From now on, he ordered, wherever I go, everyone must speak Manchu. But here's the truth. By this time, almost every Manchu garrison across the country had abandoned their own language. Even generals in Manchu homeland regions struggled. Some couldn't even write basic Manchu vocabulary in their reports. Others could only do a simple greeting before they ran out of words. Basically, the emperor wanted everyone to speak a language that had already disappeared from daily life. Part 6. The final stage, total language collapse. By the late Qing Dynasty, during the 1800s, fewer and fewer officials could speak Manchu. The emperors themselves preferred Chinese. And under the emperor's dogers Cixi and Cian, Manchu was officially abandoned in court documents. The government literally wrote, "Please just use Chinese. We don't understand Manchu anymore." Talk about surrender. Why did Manchu fade so fast? Historians point out one main reason. The Qing Dynasty was the most enthusiastic foreign dynasty in Chinese history when it came to learning Chinese culture. They adopted Chinese writing, Chinese customs, Chinese education, Chinese bureaucracy so completely that their own cultural identity slowly dissolved. The Manchus didn't lose their empire first, they lost their language. Ending, a language lost by its own empire. So in the end, Manchu didn't disappear because anyone banned it. It disappeared because even Manchu people found Chinese more practical. The government needed a unified language. And Qianlong's language revival was basically one very lonely man versus the entire population. Imagine trying to revive Latin today by yelling at people on the streets. That was Qianlong.